Hey everybody, it's Coach Sean here with your Tuesday workout. We're gonna start off with something pretty simple. It's pretty fun. Basically, got myself my house here. Um, just need a mat, your body weight, and basically just some basic movements. We're gonna be doing four different sets. There's gonna be 3 exercises per set, and we're gonna do 2 rounds of each set. So I'm gonna go over them first. But what I want to cover is 3 things. Making sure that number one, safety first. So making sure that you're safe. If anything hurts or anything like that, you feel any pains while you're doing these exercises, feel free to stop, take a break. I'm not going to push you any harder than you want to go. We're doing this all together and just trying to stay healthy. So number two is form. Everything that we're going to do is very simple, but we want to focus on form, making sure that we're getting the proper movements and that we're having control under everything that we're doing. We're not going to be moving fast today since this is the first one. I've never done a Facebook Live ever, so this is kind of new, but I'm going to embrace it. I usually like to do face-to-face, but this will be different, and hopefully you all will like it. I will make sure to, in between each set, I will be looking at your comments and answer some questions if I can. I'll give you water breaks and different things like that. So let's see. The only thing that we're going to really have to do is make sure that you got some water with you, maybe a towel if you need it to wipe off. And what we're going to do is I'm going to go over all of these sets right now, and I'll bring them up and explain them a little bit. All right, so we're going to warm up set here. This is going to be basically a bird dog variation. We're going to do 30 seconds of that twice, and then we'll do high knees twice, and then we'll do some squats twice. I'll go over different variations for each of these movements as we go through. The first round will be easier, and then the second round, I'd like you to adopt a variation that you'd like to do and just progress from there. All right, the second round is going to be the lower body set. We're going to be doing trunk rotations with a pivot, 12 reps, reverse lunges overhead, and we're going to be looking at lateral lunges too. So again, all of these will have different variations of things that we can do. All right, the full body set. This is where we're going to feel it. The squat to plank, we're going to make sure that we have good form on this one. We brace our core. Plank to T position and oblique. This one is very core demanding because that's going to prep us into our last set, which, of course, is core. Since we're inside a lot, we got planks with the arm raise, in and outs. I'll show you those in reverse crunch, heels high is an option. So 12 reps there. We're going to rotate between 30-second sets where we do 30 seconds and then the 12 reps. So we'll go back and forth. I'll keep the time for 30 seconds, but for the 12 reps, I would like you to do up to 12 if you can. If you can't do 12 reps, then just do as many as you can and take a rest. Again, we don't want to push ourselves too much. Safety is number one, and form is number two. Number three, have fun. I'm going to make mistakes. I know that, and you at home might make mistakes too. You might have better form than I do. So just please have fun, enjoy it. This is going to be something that hopefully we can do more often to help you out, and hopefully we get a good reception with everything and all this. I'm going to take my little cheat sheet just to make sure that I follow along as we do this. And again, if you're ready, I'm ready. So we're going to start with our warm-up set. Now these are going to be 30 seconds each. The first one is going to be the spinal balance and flow. This is going to be the bird dog position. So you're going to get down on your hands and knees, and you're going to want to balance like this. And what we're going to do is be reaching out with the opposite arm, opposite leg, and touching in our elbows and our knees together and doing this. At 15 seconds, I will tell you to switch. Okay, ready? And 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Reaching out nice and smooth. We're going to focus on extending those arms, keeping ourselves nice and balanced. Good. And switch. Switching over, doing the left arm, right leg if you were doing the right arm, and the left leg. All right. Okay. We're going to rest for a second, and what we're going to do is go to the next one, which was high knees. So we're going to stand up. So we're going to go through each one of these exercises once, and then we'll go back around and do that set again. So high knees right here. This is going to be pretty simple. You're just going to pick your knees up high. You can raise your arms too. We can reach up into the sky. All right. All right, standing, and here we go. Just like this. Just going to do 30 seconds. You can start off doing a walk. If you want to get your legs going, pump them. You can even move side to side if you want, like this. Again, we can reach too. Standing, moving back and forth from the side, it would look like this. 5 more seconds. All right. There we go. Okay, the last one for this set is going to be squats. So nice and easy. We want to have our feet below our hips, toes pointed out slightly, making sure that we have a strong core braced, and then we push our hips back whenever we start. All right, so 30 seconds. And 3, 2, 1. You can push your arms out like this. Use it for balance. Helps you keep your hips back. You keep your hands on your hips if you want. You can hold your hands up. Different variations with your arms is just going to basically help you keep your body upright. All right, there we go. All right, so that was one round through. If you need to get a drink or anything like that, you can. We're going to break for about 10 seconds, 15 seconds between each of these. Make sure that we're just keeping pace. We're not trying to run through this. So we're going to do that again. So again, we're going to do our spinal balance and flow. If you're ready, we're going to get down to the mat. And 30 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. On this one, again, we can do a hold if we want. Hold it out there. You can hold it and switch. Again, on this second round, we should try to work on our form, making sure that we're keeping ourselves straight, we're bracing our core, that we're moving nice and fluid. Again, this is our warm-up set. Okay. High knees. All right, we're going to get back up. 30 more seconds of these high knees. Again, you don't have to do them fast. You can do them as slow as you want, making sure we're just getting that knee up. All right, here we go. I'm just going to walk them side to side. Now, when we move these arms opposite, it helps to keep that pattern moving. Plus, you get a little bit of arm work. Now, we don't have any weights because we're just using our body weight, but if you wanted to have some small weights in your hands doing these at home, you can. 1 or 2 pounds, that'll be fine. Okay, 30 seconds, there it is. All right, squats. So one more of these, and then we're going to be done with this warm-up set. All right. 3, 2, 1. All right, here we go. Remember, whenever you do this, you want to make sure you're keeping your knees out and pushing them out the whole time. We don't want them to come in this way. And also, we can pause on this squat and come back up. So when we go down, pause, come back up. That'd make it a little bit harder. Right? Working the glutes a little bit more, being able to do that. Okay. All right. So that was our first round right there. Warm-up set. So get a water break. If you have any questions or anything like that, again, in between these sets, I will be trying to look at that and answer anything that I can instead of trying to rush through this. Let's see. So second round, again. So we're going to look at the lower body set. It's going to be trunk rotations. Those variations I'll be able to do with the hands. Again, everything is going to be mostly with the hands because we don't have a lot of weights to work with. So we got to find creative things to do with our arms to increase the difficulty or change the angle of the movement so that we can make it easier if we can't do that. Okay. All right, second one. We're going to go over and get started again. It's 12 reps. If you can't complete the full 12, then you can do 10, 8, whatever it is that you feel comfortable with, and then pause, wait for us to start the next one, and then you can continue on. All right. Okay, so the first one is the trunk rotation with the pivot. This is going to be fairly simple. We just want to stand forward, have our feet under our hips, again in that certain squat position. We're just going to have our hands right in front of us right here. What we're going to do is turn to the side and pivot with a slight bend down. And that's 1. We're going to alternate sides. And that's 2. So what we're going to do is that's going to be 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 12. Now as I do these, again, that's 1, 2, 3. We can change what we do with our arms. We can push them out like here, or we can keep them in front of us the whole time. Now this is about keeping our shoulders square. So I got 2 more, so we want to keep our shoulders as square as we can. All right, good. So that's 12. All right, now whatever variation that you found more comfortable, again, try and do that the second round. That's going to help you keep that form, which is our second thing we want to focus on. Okay, reverse lunge. Now I have overhead reach with it, so that's an option. Again, I'll show you what you can do with your arms since we don't have any weights, and we're just using our body weight. So we want to stand here. Now with the reverse lunge, easiest way to do this is to slide that foot back and then just lower this knee straight to the ground, right there. So if we step back, sometimes we can feel uneasy. I have this door handle here just in case I do that. But yeah, making sure that we slide that foot back nice and comfortable. If you want to have a door there for you, you can do that. That's what I have it for. I'm just going to start with one side. We're going to do 6. Now if we can't go all the way down, we just do a slight bend, come right back up. So sliding that foot back. Good, that's 5. 6. Then we can switch sides. Again, that's what I'm going to do here, just so it's easier to see. Again, with these, you can have your arms out, the arms overhead if you want, so they don't hit my pull bar. Just like this. Can be here, can be holding them like this. Again, we can get creative. That was 6, sorry. I hope you got to 12 just like I did. You can get creative with the arms. Again, we want to be moving the body around as much as we can, especially when we're locked inside of our homes. Okay, last one, the lateral lunge for this set. Again, the second round will go a little bit quicker because the first round we're just explaining some of the variations. So lateral lunge, we're going to step to the side here, and whenever we do this, we want to make sure we're nice and straight. We just want to bend down that hip over that leg right there. So just step right back like that. Next 2. And that's just going to my left right now, which might be your right. And when we're doing that, if we can't step and push back, we can just do this and push up to the center, lean back over, up to the center, 1 more, down, up to the center. Now, when I go this way, we want to do that same thing. So we want to make sure we've got good control. We're not trying to do this super fast, nice and smooth. If you want to make it more difficult, you can get lower into that. and then push up stronger if you want to. And again, we can always just shift our weight over on that side. Good, okay. I think I did an extra one there, but that was our first round. That was our first round here of that. Now, if you need a little break, you can get it. Again, I'm going kind of slow in these first rounds, and the second rounds we go through these sets should be a little bit quicker. So, okay, let's get that second round going. Okay, the trunk rotations with the pivots. Again, we're going to do 6 each side if it's an alternating move. All right, so again, that squat position with those toes pointed out, feet underneath those hips, hands are going to be here, we're going to turn. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, good, 6, we can put our hands out separate, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 more, 11, 12. Okay, good, good, good. All right, hopefully you made it to 12 with me. We're going to get moving to that next one. The reverse lunge with the arms overhead. So I'm going to keep my arms overhead for the first 6, and then I'm going to do alternating. So you can do them one side at a time or do them alternating. If you're doing one side at a time, I would suggest you use this doorway for balance. So here we go, we're doing 12. Step back, 1. Slide back, 2. So you got to do different choices depending on the level at which you have the ability to do this. You want to make sure that you're nice and safe. Again, rule number 1, safety first. That's 6. I'm going to put them forward. Good, we can put them behind our head. And keep our back straight. Squeeze our shoulder blades together. That'll keep our spine nice and upright. Good. I'm going to do 2 more because I think I lost count. If not, that's 12. Okay, last one for this set here. We're going to do our lateral lunge. Okay, so a lateral lunge from the side too will look like this. I'll show you this real quick. Stepping over, we want to make sure we hinge the hip back and we're not going forward where this knee goes a lot forward, okay? So if you feel some pain in your knee, make sure that you are stepping and then pushing that hip back. Make sure you're acting like there's a tiny chair behind each leg, okay? So I'll show you what I mean when I go through these. All right, we're going to do 6 on each side. Here we go. Tiny chair. That's what I always tell my clients. There's a tiny chair behind your leg. You're trying to sit down. And then you're like, oh, nope, it's too small of a chair. We got to come back up. 5 and 6. Good. Now remember, if you can't step all the way over and push back up, 1, you can just step, lean, and come back to that center. 3, good. All right, good. So that was all of our lateral lunges. That was our second set. Now, what we've got here is a little bit longer of a water break for everybody. And also a little something, I think, if you look at what I posted for the workout, let's see. I've got this die roll bonus round at the very end. One of them's got reps, which is time or reps. And the other one has an exercise. And there's a wild card. So what I'm going to do right now is roll these dice while we're getting this little bitty break. And that's what it's going to be for the bonus round at the very end, for those of you who want to do that with me. It'll be, let's see. Oh, not too bad. Okay, well, we'll figure that out what that is. Let me write that down. We'll figure out what that is when it comes to that bonus round. I don't want you thinking about it while we're doing anything else. Okay. Now, again, if you have any questions or if anybody has any comments about how I'm doing or how we're doing with these Facebook Lives, please let us know. We appreciate all of your feedback. Make sure. Okay. We're going to get into that full body set. Now, if you don't remember, here we go. We're going to do a squat to plank. These are all 30 seconds, plank to T position in an oblique twist. Again, I'll show you some variations with all of these. These will be for 30 seconds. Again, if you can't do the full 30 seconds, then just go as long as you can, take a break, rest, get a breather. So the squat to plank is essentially we're going to be standing here. We're going to go down to that squat. We're going to brace our core, shoot our legs back into this plank position. Then we bring our legs back up, and we're going to stand. So it's basically a stand to plank. But what we want to do is make sure we're squatting back with our hips. Then we put our hands down, leg back, leg back. Okay? Now we can shoot them back and then stand up if we want. Okay, so it's going to be 30 seconds, however quick you want to do it. And we are going to start in a few seconds. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Now, I'm going to start out nice and smooth just to show everyone how we're doing this. Again, we want to keep the core braced the entire time. Make sure that we're protecting the lower back. We're not rounding it too much. Good. Okay. There's our 30 seconds of that. Now we have a plank to T position. So this is going to be on our mat here. Hopefully we have a mat or a towel, something like that that'll help you out. Now our plank to T, we want to make sure we have good balance. What we're going to do is have our hands, elbows down, and we're just going to have a wide base with our legs. We just want to turn our shoulders up. The idea is to shoot the hand up as high as you can, but you don't need to. And then we're just going to rotate to the other side and do the same thing. Now this is going to be for 30 seconds. I'll show you some variations with this as well. We can put one leg down and just turn the body. We want to make sure we're bracing our core and keeping our hips turned. Okay, here we go. So again, we can put one leg down on the side that we're going to turn and open up like this. If it's too difficult, lift that leg up, drop that knee, turn again. And again, we don't have to lift that arm the whole way. We can also do this. So we're just switching, turning our body open up. Switching, turning open up. And then you can also advance into that. Again, if you want to just keep the knees down, you can do that the whole time. All right, there's our 30 seconds. Okay, oblique twist. So since we were in that plank position, we're going to go the other way. Supine position. Okay, the oblique twist, this is not so much a crunch. I want you to focus again on twisting the shoulders. We were moving the hips again with that last one. This one I want you to focus on getting the shoulders and twisting the body. So, we turn this way, this will help. When we're doing this, we want to keep the shoulders turned. And the goal is to try and bring this elbow towards that thigh, not so much the head towards the knee. So we're twisting like this. And again, we've got a couple of variations, so I'll start the timer right here. Here we go. All right, so we're starting. Yeah, nice and smooth. Now what you can do if you don't want to crank on your neck is put your hands right here in front of you and make sure you're just bringing that elbow across your body. You can also get your legs up higher if you want. Again, there's different variations and levels that you can do. You can leave that one leg down. You can shoot it out, right? If you want to go even lower, you can shoot this arm across to make sure that you're getting past that leg. Oh, there's our 30 seconds. Okay. So those are our our 3 exercises for this one. This one is a full body work. Went a bit slower again in that first round, but this one I'm going to start to move through a little bit quicker. All right. So again, we got our squat to plank. We have our plank to T position, and we're going to have those oblique twists. All right. Well, if this will start, come on now. There you go. Mistakes have been made. Okay, here we go. 2, 1. And up. We're doing our squat to plank. Good. Stay focused. Keep breathing. Keep that core tight. Only a few more seconds. All right, there we go. Okay, that was the squat to plank. Now we're doing our plank to T. Okay, so we want to get down on our mat. Again, this round we move a little bit quicker. So we get down on our elbows. Remember what form we want to use. And here we go. We're up. And reach. Nice smooth movements. Nice and smooth. Remember, the second thing we want to focus on is our form. So during all these second rounds, we want to push ourselves to maintain the best form that we can. And when we're pushing ourselves, we might end up not being able to do the whole amount of time, and that's okay. But as long as we're pushing ourselves. All right, good. Okay, last one is the oblique twist. And again, we have multiple variations, so you can do whatever you want. I'm going to switch between a few. That's what I like to do when it's timed, so I'm not sticking with one type or one variation. I like to switch it up and alternate during that time because I don't have a set number that I'm supposed to do. So, all right. Gives me a couple seconds to get ready. And here we go. Getting a good twist. Again, it's about maintaining that balance, extending those legs, keeping that core tight, and shooting that arm over towards that thigh. All right, that's our 30 seconds on that. Whew. Okay, full body set, second round, done. All right, so water break. It's getting kind of warm in here now. As you can see me sweating a little bit. Okay. All right, no questions, comments? Okay. Just trying to see. Well, yeah, all right. That's good enough. I was looking at the bonus round, seeing if it was going to be hard enough. I don't know. Well, we'll see. Again, so we're going to move into our core set. This is going to be 12 reps. Again, when we do core, one of the biggest things is making sure we have the right form. So I did this in reps instead of time. We got the plank with the arm raise, in and out, and then reverse crunch. I'll show you different variations as we go through. Yeah, so I'm ready for the next set if you are. Here we go. Okay, so remember all of these are 12 reps. If you can't do the full 12, that's fine. But find that variation in this first round, then use it for that second round so that you can push yourself and continue through and move at a little bit quicker speed. Hopefully, if I do more of these, we will build off of things like this, and it'll be able to teach you how to learn and master a certain form. And once you master that form and that technique, you can advance from there and progress and make yourself better. Just like anybody that does push-ups from their knees, eventually does them from their toes. So, okay, here we go. We're going to have the plank with the arm raised. That is going to be essentially that same plank position here. You can be on your elbows or up on your hands. Either one, but you want to make sure you maintain a strong, tight core for the entire time. The arm raise, I'll show you different directions as we go through this one. All right, so we're going to do 12. So it's going to be 6 each side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap over here. That's 1. Tap over here. That's 2. This is the arm raise part. You can tap in front of you. That's 3. I can also turn my body and tap out. Again, I'm just making this. I can tap my shoulder if I want. I can lift my shoulder like this, and I can lift it like that. So that was 6 different ones in different angles. I'm going to do this right side now. Okay, so again, we're here. We can tap out to the side, tap up a little bit more at an angle, or tap right in front of us. We can also push and turn all the way up, right? We can push and tap our other shoulder right here, or we can just put our hand down. So again, whatever it is you want to lift your body, you just want to lift and force yourself to use your core to stabilize from that position. If not, if it gets too tough, again, with those reps, you can just hold that position until we're done. Okay, in and outs. Here we go. These ones right here, you're going to be sitting on your butt. You want to make sure you have good tight core right here and that you can balance. You don't want to be leaning back so far that your legs come up into the air. How I like to start and be able to judge that is start just right here. This is going to be our starting position. Now with this, make sure my arms don't get hit here. So with this one, we want to make sure we're just barely balancing on our butt, and then we want to just let the hands go out. So that was in, right here, and then out, just like that. So we're going to do 12. Now you can do different variations where you keep your hands in, just the legs, like that. You can also just do the arms. Make sure you're leaning back a little bit, right? And then as far as you want to go out, and lean back. 2 more. All right, good. So that's our second one, in and outs. We want to make sure that, again, we are finding a position that we can control. We have good form. We're not trying to do it perfect every time because there's no such thing as perfect form. You can always be better. So, okay, last one is the reverse crunch, and it's going to be the heels can be high. That's what I'm going to show for the starting position, and I'll show you different variations. So down here, we're going to make sure we brace our core, and we get our hips up and our heels straight up to the heavens. Okay, so with this, we want to reverse crunch, and we just want to lift, heels straight up. Lift, heels straight up. Now, if that's too intense, then you can bring the knees down. But we want to make sure we're still lifting. What we're lifting is our hips off the ground. Like that. And again, the better you get at it, you can have them here, where you're just pulling those knees straight up to you, or you can lift them even higher. All right, good. Okay, so that was our 12 there. Those are our 3. Make sure that you have a certain variation that you'd like to do, and we are going to run through all of these. This will be our last set before our bonus round. Okay. Let's see. Okay, planks, in and outs, and then the heels. I'm not going to move super fast, but I want you to keep a steady pace when we're going through this round right here. All right, I'm going to count out loud. You can keep pace with me if you want. Ready? And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm switching sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so as you can see, that plank with arm raise turned into a plank and T position. But again, these are similar movements that when you do body weight stuff, it can turn into the same movement, but it's not that it's bad for you. Okay, in and outs. We got 12 of those. Getting our starting position right here. Oop, closing it again. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can do a hold. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Again, different variations. So if you made it all the way to 12 with the standard form, good work. Okay, you can push yourself past 12 next time we do this, but we'll make sure we got the form right every time. All right, last one, reverse crunches with our heels up if we can. Okay, again, heels up, core braced, hands down. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can point your toes. 7. Shoot those toes to the ceiling. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Whew. Okay. There we go. That was it for our circuits. Nice water break here. Okay, so we're going to do some stretching at the end after this bonus round. So the bonus round, if anybody wants to join, won't take you too much more of your time. Squats, 60 seconds. Okay, so I got a timer. We're going to get right into it. And here we go. I want you to do different variations of squats, okay? Hands out. Challenge yourself. Getting into this bonus round. Here we go. Good. Keep your form. Don't lose form. Good. Hips back every time. Hips back every time. Good. Keep it up. Just about halfway. Do the hands straight up. Again, I like to do different variations all the time with my arms, just to keep them moving. Holding them in one spot is difficult, so if I move them here, it feels like a new move. Good. Kind of hot in my apartment. All right, there it is. 60 seconds. Whew. Okay. All right, everybody. So I'm going to go through a few stretches here real quick, mostly core and lower body, since that's a big portion of what we did today. If anybody has, again, any questions or comments, please feel free to give us feedback. That's going to help us out in these workouts and help you in the future as well. All right, let me get to that. All right, got my stretches listed right over here. We're going to down our mat like this, nice and easy. And we're going to do just some easy reaching out to these legs spread out. Nice and easy. What we're going to do is about 15 to 10 seconds. Again, after a workout like this, you probably actually want to do some decent stretching, but do a good cool down. When you're inside your house, it's not easy to do a cool down. So now we want to switch legs. We're going to bring one leg in. Can't see that. I don't know if you can. Bring one leg in. We're going to reach out to this one here. So one leg at a time. So what I like to do as a cool down is I go for a walk outside, and then, or I actually lift some of these weights, just carry them around the house. It's cool down. Here's what I do. All right, we're going to switch legs. Here. All right, now we're going to stand up. So those are the hamstrings right there. We're going to do some quad stretches. So here for the front. If you have a doorway, it'll be good and better so you can have some balance here. Make sure that you're grabbing your heel, and you want to point that knee all the way down to the floor. Don't let it be way up here in the front like this. You want to point it way down and then just get a nice tuck. Good stretch. All right, we're going to switch. Same thing, knee pointed all the way down so I can get a good pull, a good strong pull. All right, good. Okay, so we've got the leg stretches there. Now we're going to do some core. All right, first thing we're going to do, we're going to get a good wide stance right here like this. We're going to take our arms, we're going to point them straight up like this. And then we're going to lean over to the side. We want to make sure we keep our hips straight where they're at and just reach out from the opposite leg. So this opposite leg, my right leg, I'm reaching all the way to the left, way up high. You can do both hands. If you do one hand, you can reach further down this way. It's going to stretch from your hips all the way to your fingertips. So reaching this way. Reach. Good. All right, take a deep breath. Nice and relaxed. That position can sometimes feel kind of strained because you're reaching and you're trying to breathe and cool down at the same time. It's actually a really good stretch. So we want to do that same thing, but in a more relaxed position. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our hands, we're going to take a deep breath up and down like that. Okay, so we're going to do these a couple times, and then we're going to go to the side whenever we take our breath out. Go up. Going up. Now when we do this one, we're going to go to the right. We're just going to reach out to the right. Going up. Then we're going to, and we're reaching to the right, just like that, nice and easy. So it's a little bit different. Take our breath and come back down and relax. We take a deep breath up. We exhale. Nice reach over here. Good, and coming back down. Okay, so some standing core stretches for your sides, some for your legs. So hopefully you liked the workout. Thank you very much for joining me if you did. Hopefully you got through it. Hopefully you learned some things, and hopefully everybody was safe. Thanks again, Coach Sean. Tuesday workout, full body. See y'all later.